Hello, ladies. Always was a sucker for a redhead.
Gone in 60 Seconds is the most bigoted movie ever made. On the surface, this movie might seem like a normal heist movie that comes out every year and makes $1 gazillion. But if you take a closer look, you'll realize that under the simple pretense of a reformed criminal goes back to do one last job and save his younger brother lies a deep, dark, and disgusting secret of hate, misogyny, anti-LGBTQ messaging, and racial stereotypes. They tried to hide these disgusting messages by making an exciting movie and casting good actors, but their plan will fail today. Not even a 2000s version of Angelina Jolie could trick me into not seeing this movie for what it actually is. As I said, the story apparently is that Nicolas Cage is a former car thief who has turned his life around and is living a normal life outside of crime. But after his younger brother messes up, he has to come back and do an insane heist to save his ass. In the process, we get introduced to some of his old crew. The cop that was always chasing him but never could catch him, and we meet a smoking hot Angelina Jolie as his ex-girlfriend, back when she was every man's crush, before she started looking like a lizard. There are at least 3 different bigoted messages hidden in this movie, and those are the ones that I could find. So I'll stop wasting your time and get right to it. First, the cop that was always after Cage is black. So far, not a problem. But wait, this cop has been after Cage, his crew, and even the annoying villain of the movie for years, and he has no success. He hasn't even put a single person behind bars. It's almost like the movie is pushing the idea that he's just not as smart, that a black cop is basically a waste of taxpayer money. Not to mention, toward the end, this guy stops caring about the law and goes back to his helps Nicolas Cage rob people and get away, while he himself shoots an innocent man. By the end of the movie, the villain is taken down because of Cage, not the cop, and this dude doesn't manage to arrest a single person. I'll let you make your own conclusions about what the director meant by this and how competent he thinks a black cop actually is. This movie is filled with car chases and crazy driving stunts during its runtime. We see cars crashing into each other, flying, making crazy turns, and other insane activities. And it looks like half the characters are more skilled behind the wheel than actual race car drivers. But in the middle of the movie, we meet the only person in the entire 2-hour runtime that is not a good driver. Can you guess his race? Of course, the one bad driver in the whole movie just happens to be Asian, because apparently Hollywood never gets tired of that joke. Just imagine how many Asian kids were bullied for this, lost their college applications, or even ended themselves because of a 2-second racist gag the director thought was necessary. Disgraceful, man. And my last point. We have arrived at the most heinous example. As opposed to modern times, where we have advanced so far that we can make every character in every show or movie either gay or trans, which, in my opinion, and I dare say 99% of the population, is the biggest achievement in mankind's history. This movie does the opposite. They make Angelina Jolie's character, who is implied to be a lesbian and liking redheads, into a disgusting a straight person. Sorry guys, I had to go wash my mouth and clean the table. I just threw up, couldn't stop it. Anyway, just imagine what having a lesbian relationship in this movie could have done for the betterment of humanity. How many starving African children could have been saved with a simple scissoring? It pisses me off to this day. And it's definitely for those reasons, okay guys? Not because they robbed us of lesbian sex between a redhead and Angelina back when she was still hot. No way. Anyhow, thanks for watching guys. It's Liquid!